Hi everyone, welcome back to Goodbye Grains. Today we are going to be making barbecue chicken stuffed sweet potatoes. These are really easy to make ahead of time, and then you can just pop them in the oven a little bit before you're going to serve them. So the ingredients, you have three pretty large sweet potatoes. These have already been roasted in the oven. Some leftover rotisserie chicken. Now you can make chicken especially for this, but one of the beauties I think of this meal is kind of using some stuff that's already prepped and ready. Some leftover caramelized onions that I had from making steak the other day. This is my homemade Paleo barbecue sauce. The recipe is on goodbyegrains.com, along with the way that I make my caramelized onions. A little bit of salt, and then some coconut milk for the sweet potatoes. Now, I don't also add pepper because the barbecue sauce is a little bit spicy, so you could feel free to add additional pepper if you want, but it's definitely not necessary. So let's get started. So I started with my first two sweet potatoes, and I've already hollowed them out. Now you want to leave a little bit of a border around the side as best you can. This way that it provides a little bit of structure still, and the skin isn't just going straight flat, because you are going to refill these. So these are the first two. Now here's the last one. You cut it evenly in half. Let me finish cutting through the skin. And now what you want to do is just use your spoon. This is all soft flesh, and you just kind of want to slightly kind of round your spoon and scoop part of it out. Now it is going to be a little bit difficult to make sure that you get an even border around the entire sweet potato, but kind of just do as best you can. Just kind of dig your spoon in and almost like you're using a melon baller. If you've ever used one of those on a watermelon, you just kind of want to go halfway on one side, halfway on the other, kind of scoop it straight up, and then put it into your bowl. So now we're going to use a very similar method that we used with the sweet potato souffle, and we are going to use a hand mixer to blend the potatoes. So we're going to add a little bit of salt, and then we're also going to add our coconut milk. And now we are going to blend them. Okay, so now that that's done, your mixture isn't going to be completely smooth. It is still going to be kind of thick, but we are going to be adding in the barbecue sauce, the onions, and the chicken. So let's do that. Okay, so now that we have our sweet potato mixture, we're going to add in our rotisserie chicken, some of our caramelized onions, and then our homemade Paleo barbecue sauce. Once we stir that all together, we are going to take our sweet potato shells, and we are going to scoop the sweet potato mixture back into these and then pop them in the oven. So we're going to fill our last potato. And then any of this leftover mixture you can either evenly divide amongst the remaining sweet potatoes, or you can always just put it into a container and eat it plain by itself without the skin. So now before we pop these into the oven, we can pour a little bit of the extra barbecue sauce on the top. And now we're going to pop these into a 375-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until everything has been heated through. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes, so we're gonna pull our sweet potatoes out of the oven. Now, the main thing that you're doing right now is just reheating the everything together. The chicken's already cooked, the onion's already cooked, the sweet potatoes are cooked. You just want to get the entire mixture heated through. Now, if you put these in the refrigerator overnight, which is normally what I do, I usually make them one day ahead of time to have a quick dinner for the following evening. You want to add another 5 to 10 minutes of cook time just to allow the temperature of the sweet potato to get up to you know, 150, 160 degrees to warm everything through, since you're bringing it from a cold refrigerator. So now we can grab a spatula. You can just pull one of these guys off. Be really careful. If you can, just kind of pick it up lightly, slide your spatula under, and then put it onto your plate. So, barbecue chicken stuffed sweet potatoes. Enjoy.